In phonics, you'll learn that a grapheme is the name of a letter and the phoneme is the sound that corresponds with the grapheme. I will be giving out a word mat that has all of the graphemes of the alphabet, and I'll be teaching you how to write the graphemes and their corresponding phonemes. To write the grapheme A, you swoop up, you go all around the apple, down and flick. The phoneme action for this is It's a bouncy phoneme. To write the grapheme B, you swoop up, go down the boot to the heel and up under the toe, flick. The action for this grapheme, the phoneme is B, 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 and you bounce it, and again it's another bouncy phoneme. To write the grapheme C, you swoop up, curl around the caterpillar. The action for this phoneme is k, 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 and it's of a caterpillar moving up your arm. To write the grapheme D, you swoop up, around the dinosaur's bottom, up to his tall neck, and down to his feet, flick. The action for this phoneme is d, 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 d. To write the grapheme E, you swoop up, lift off the top, and scoop out the egg. The action for this phoneme is as if you were frying eggs in a frying pan, To write the grapheme F, you swoop up, go down the stem, curl back up and draw the leaves. The action for this phoneme is as if you were squeezing air out of a pufferfish. To write the grapheme G, you swoop up, around the girl's face, down her hair and give her a curl. The action for this phoneme is g, 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 g. To write the grapheme H, you swoop up, down the horse's body to his hooves and up over his back, flick. The phoneme action for this is To write the grapheme I, you swoop up, down the insect's body, curl and a dot for his head. The action for this phoneme is I. Again, it's a bouncy phoneme. To write the grapheme J, you swoop up, down, Jack in the Box, curl, and a dot for his head. The action for this phoneme is J, 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 and that's as if you were holding a plate of jelly. J, 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 J. To write the grapheme K, you swoop up, down the arm and leg, and repeat the other side. And you're using the actions following the card on the roof, Miss Skin. The phoneme action for this is k, 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 like a kangaroo. K, 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 k. To write the grapheme L, you swoop up, down the long leg, flick. The action for this is as if you were licking a lolly. To write the grapheme M, you swoop up, Maisie, mountain, mountain, flick. The phoneme action for this is It's a long, stretchy phoneme. To write the grapheme N, you swoop up, down Noddy, and up over his neck, flick. The action for this is It's a long, stretchy phoneme again. To write the grapheme O, you swoop up, all around the orange, flick. There are two phonemes for this grapheme. You have the long vowel phoneme, which is O, and you have the short vowel phoneme, which is O. To write the grapheme P, you swoop up, down the pirate's plats, back up and across the pirate's face, flick. The phoneme action for P is P, 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 P. To write the grapheme Q, it's represented as a digraph. The phoneme action for this is qu, 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 qu. To write Q on its own, it's swoop up, around the queen's face, down her hair, and give her a curl. But qu is also represented as a digraph with two letters that come together to make one phoneme, one sound. To write the grapheme R, you swoop up, down the robot's body and curl for his arm. The phoneme action for this is as if you were growling. To write the grapheme S, you swoop up, slither down the snake, flick. The phoneme action for this is S, S. To write the grapheme T, you swoop up, down the tower, curl, and across the tower. The phoneme action for this is bouncy. To write the grapheme U, you swoop up, down and under, up to the top, and draw the puzzle flick. The phoneme action for this is opening an umbrella. 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 To write the grapheme V, you swoop up, down a wing, up a wing, flick. The phoneme action for this is placing your two front teeth on your bottom lip and going v, v. To write the grapheme W, you swoop up, down a wing, up a wing, down a wing, up a wing, flick. The action for this phoneme is woo. To write the grapheme X, you swoop up, down an arm and leg, lift the pen up, and repeat the other side, flick. The phoneme action for this is x, 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 x. To write the grapheme Y, is swoop up, down and under his head, curl and flick. And you've got the image of a yak at the back. The phoneme action for this is U, as if you were throwing a yo-yo down to the ground. U. To write the grapheme Z, you swoop up, zig, zag, zig, swoop and flick. The phoneme action for this is Z.